Hello, YouTube. Different video. I'm just going to talk. I've been fitness training for 3 years now. Prior to that, I had zero experience, zero knowledge of exercise, health, nutrition, nothing. So this video is kind of catered to the beginner, someone who brand new to the gym, brand new to exercise, brand new to nutrition, brand new to all of that. This video is primarily for those people. So a few things I want to cover in this video is just the fear and like the judgment that you can have, in the gym, struggling with consistency or restarting after, falling off, how hard it is to even start. I've been there. I know exactly how that is. What I've seen coaching beginners. So my fitness journey started in 2019. I had no knowledge of the gym whatsoever. I didn't know anything. I was severely overweight at 19, pre-diabetic, and I just went through a horrible breakup, and I needed an outlet. Everybody has their reasons for starting, but that one was mine. As scary as walking into a gym for the first time felt, it's not as scary as the result of what could have been if I didn't do anything about it. And eventually, as time goes on, those feelings wear off and it becomes a lot easier for you to move forward and actually make something out of it. So to talk to you a little bit about my own journey, it was a Planet Fitness in my area that I went into because it was the cheapest gym around. It was something that I could afford. Ton of equipment. This was pre-COVID, so they were open 24 hours, 7 days a week. I found myself going at the deadest time that I could. And that's typically either super early in the morning or really, really late at night. So I'm pulling up at like 11 p.m., midnight, hoping to avoid crowds because I didn't want people to look at me. As a starter, brand new beginner to the gym, that is a very common feeling to have. You don't want anybody to look at you. You want to work out, you want to do this, but you also are battling those feelings as well. Totally normal. So going through that, what breaks that fold, what breaks that those feelings is when you really start to see results. Once you start to see results, the fear and judgment, the struggle with consistency, all of those things go right out the window. When I saw results, I was sold. It was full steam ahead, full stop. That's where I kind of got myself into working out and going to the gym and building that consistency, and I just fell in love with it. So if you are brand new to the gym and you're interested in working out or you want to start working out, you don't know how to start. There is a little bit of fear that comes with that, especially if, you are kind of conscious of your own body and you don't like being in an environment like that because it can be a little bit intimidating. And that was my experience. That's how I felt when I was starting out. I don't want people to look at me. So I totally understand that. When it comes to getting over that fear of, going to the gym and being in a public setting where, there's other people at different stages in their fitness journey, comparison oftentimes is going to be what takes over that experience. You're going to be looking at other people and being like, damn, at least for me, when I started out and I'm seeing guys that really lean, their muscles are very developed, and I'm like, it seemed like that was going to take forever. And what I see now as a fitness professional, creating that environment for people when they come in and they're brand new to an environment like that is to, one, make it realistic. That's how it should be for you. If you are going to, begin your journey of fitness, make it realistic. Don't overcomplicate it. There is something to be said about exposure. The avoidance of it is really easy to do. It's really easy for you to kind of avoid putting yourself in an environment that makes you uncomfortable, despite it potentially improving your life. For example, if you just signed up and you have no guidance, you have nothing. A good way to kind of expose yourself to that environment, something simple as if you were to go once, twice a week and just walk on the treadmill. Let's say you're not comfortable with using the strength machines or free weights, it's too crowded, so many people, you don't want to be looked at. Just putting yourself in that environment, even if you're just walking on the treadmill, carving that time out of the day to make that happen helps a lot. Your fitness journey and what you're doing is unique to you. You make it what you want it to be. Don't pay attention to what somebody else is doing. Don't be paying attention to what somebody that's been in there for, 5 to 10 years of consistency is doing. You're just starting. So it's your journey to make. It's your story to make. So when you show up for yourself. That's what's important. Consistency is going to be the most important factor. Whatever goal you have, consistency is going to get you there, plain and simple. And you're not always going to be motivated. Motivation is very short term. Motivation to stay consistent on a goal or a promise that you made to yourself is not always going to be there. But discipline and consistency will. That's going to take you further than motivation, 9 times out of 10. Motivation is good to have, but it's not something that you're going to rely on to take you as far as you want it to go. If you do struggle with consistency, or you do struggle with, sticking to, eating your meals, or sticking to carving out the time to go to the gym, for one, don't beat yourself up about it. Life gets in the way. It's not that pressing to where it should be something that you really beat yourself up at. In my opinion, if you get in there just one day out of the week, you meant to go 3, you only got 1, it's better than nothing. If you're just starting out, it doesn't need to be that complicated. Sometimes it is going to be a 1 step forward, 2 steps back. That's just the way it is sometimes. That's totally fine. So in my opinion, I would kind of expect someone to struggle with consistency their first, 4 to 6 weeks. We see that a lot with, the beginning of the new year. Everybody will sign up for a gym membership and they go for a good few weeks and then you don't see them again. It's hard. Exercise is hard. Now, in my experience, I've worked with a lot of folks who were in really good shape for most of their life, or they found their space in the gym and they really enjoyed exercising and they made a lot of progress, and then life gets in the way and they fall off. And restarting after falling off is a lot easier than starting out for the first time. Again, that's normal. Life gets in the way. That's totally fine. You should probably reframe your way of thinking about fitness as a part of your life, not taking over your life. It should be something that you carve out of your day and make that time for, not something that consumes your whole life. If you have a brief period of time where you're not able to be as consistent as you want, that's totally fine. You don't need to beat yourself up about it, because you kind of already have that foundation. You kind of already have that prior knowledge, a routine you've already been comfortable with, and you can kind of catch up relatively quick. What I've seen as a fitness trainer coaching beginners is, their first time in an environment like that, there's so much equipment and you don't have to use it all. It's important that if they have the resources available to help you, definitely utilize that. The biggest thing I want to cover in this video is that if you are starting out, you're overwhelmed, you don't know where to begin, you're comparing yourself to other people, you're not behind if you're just starting. Bottom line. But your journey is yours to make. Ultimately, fall in love with the process. Fall in love with what and how exercise makes you feel. So, yeah, that's kind of just a ramble about some thoughts I had. If you were a beginner, hopefully it helps. If not, sorry. There'll be more videos in the future that hopefully are a little bit more structured and organized. It's just kind of thoughts I had on the top of my head. But yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.